All right, hello everyone. My name is Nolan Oxley 13, so I'm a member of the admissions team here. And so I have with me here Professor Yasikevich, the director of the Women's and Gender Studies program. Yeah, if you want to quickly introduce yourself.
Sure. So my name is Dr. Alexa Yasikevich, and I teach in the Sociology and Anthropology department. I am a sociologist, and I also coordinate the Women's and Gender Studies program.
Perfect. Right here, this opening photo, this is Olivia Langdon Clemens. She was Mark Twain's wife and a member of the class of 1864. So I feel like the best place to start probably is just with the history of the college, why women's and gender study is such a natural fit for our to go alongside with our history.
Yeah, absolutely. And it really is a great fit. So the college was founded as the first college in the country that set out on purpose with the intention of offering higher education degrees to women that were the same as what men were receiving, which is pretty cool. That was in 1855, which is a long time ago, right? so, so what we're looking at right here is Coles Hall, and on the left, in the older picture, you can see those little white blobs in front on the hill. Those are actually women in big dresses. And the college at that point was entirely housed in that building. And since we're still using that building, it's a really neat feeling to walk through there and know that this is the same place. It was a dormitory. It was where the chapel was in that big atrium. It's where all the classrooms were. And there's just this sense of connection between the project that they set out to accomplish and the projects that we are setting out to accomplish. It's a neat feeling.
Yeah, like a student will sit on that same portion of the hill that original snapshot from 1855 is showing. So
The college went co-ed in 1969, and about 20 years after that, the Women's Studies program was founded. And Women's Studies is an interdisciplinary field. So it really started with scholars and activists looking around and saying, where are the women, right? We know women are important in our society, but they're not part of the central stories that we tell. They're not in the history books in the same way. We've now really broadened that, and what we study is there's still an emphasis on shining a light on women's history and women's accomplishments now, but we're really also focus on gender as a system and how it works in basically every corner of our society, right? So so what that means is that in Elmira College, the faculty in this program come from 25 different disciplines. And students also come from a variety of different majors. So faculty are in sociology, anthropology, but also in chemistry and math, art, theater, education, religious studies, and students are majoring in all those same things. And we come together to sort of build an approach together that helps us look more closely at gender while we're doing whatever our thing is, while we're doing our thing.
is there a certain major that's more popular than another major? Because I'm thinking English literature, there's so much emphasis, like feminist theory, that could go great with this minor. What are some of those programs that seem most popular?
Well, literature is a great place to start, and we've had some really terrific students who have also been English majors. But we also have had a lot of psychology students historically, just if you look back like over the last 20 years. And then we also have a lot of social anthro students. Politics is another place. But we also have some math students. We have an alum who was a math major and is now an architect, right? And we also have a concentration of nursing students for sure lately as well. You take two required courses, but those are all the required courses. There's one intro course and then one senior seminar. And then in between, you have an opportunity to take a number of electives, usually about 5 for most students. And those are almost entirely cross-listed courses. You also have the opportunity to do your own research, though. Independent studies are really popular, and they're a really good way to kind of tie together the coursework that you're doing.
Good.
Yeah. So, and independent study topics are really a way just for students to follow what they're interested in with theoretical and academic support from us, right? So media studies come up a lot there, because media is a great way to see kind of gender happening right in front of your eyes. Gender inequality, as well as sort of the ways that people create and inhabit gender identities. So fan fiction has come up in independent research. Political theory has come up. And then we just recently did one-day research panel that was all student research on gender in sports.
So you said, I think you may have told me once that they looked at Marvel, they looked at Loki, right? The villain in Thor.
Right. I had a student actually just this term. She just finished this. She's a student in anthropology and archaeology, and so she's really interested in myths and how mythology works. And so she took the DC Marvel character of Loki, and then she compared it to the original Norse mythology version of Loki, and looked to see how gender worked differently in those cases.
Like, it's cool that your passions can become your research projects. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
One of our biggest clubs on campus is Pride. There are like upwards of 50 plus students involved in it. They had Shangela, a drag queen from RuPaul's Drag Race, come to campus, and there were like 400 students who attended that event. So talk about like the engagement outside of the classroom with our students too.
Right. So the Women and Gender Studies program does all this academic stuff, obviously, but we also support student organizations. And the big ones are SAS and Pride. SAS is the Gender Studies Club, and Pride is the LGBTQ advocacy organization on campus. And they are both pretty active clubs. They meet, I believe, both of them weekly, and they both do a great deal of programming on. As you said, Pride does a big drag show every year, and that's super popular. And SAS has done body positivity campaigns and tampon drives, and they've been involved in the Women's March and Take Back the Night. So they do a lot of activism, I would say. And then the MCC, which is on here as well as the Multicultural Center, brings together a group of different clubs on campus that serve and support underrepresented populations on campus. So in addition to SAS and Pride, the Multicultural Center also supports BSU, the Black Student Union, and the Latinx Club on campus, and a few other clubs as well.
Yeah, because we are a small student body. We are 1,000 students, but I think we have good opportunities outside of the classroom to be along like-minded people. Sometimes, students worry like about, is their political affiliation going to match with the town or with different things? So.
Yeah, and I think that the MCC and Pride, SAS are definitely places where students and faculty who are supporting them are working to see those identities, not just to let them blend into a crowd, but to make a space for expression and support of each other, which is pretty great. So I would say the Gender Studies program is involved in supporting that project on campus in a actually really big way.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is the more you can do in college, the more involved you can be, and what you can add on to your academic resume is going to look great for graduate schools and future careers. So if you're passionate about women's and genders issues, definitely look into this program in college.
Thanks, Nolan.
Of course. It was nice chatting with you, and thank you guys so much for watching this video, and we'll see you on campus soon. All right. Bye, guys.